What opportunities and challenges do you foresee in the buy-to-let market this year from a development perspective?
Okay, well, I guess in terms of opportunities, they are significant. So we'll come to them in a minute because we're going to end on a high rather than the challenges on this particular question. So the challenges, I guess, and I'm not a buy-to-let expert, but in terms of securing good stock in the buy-to-let market is obviously always going to be a challenge. But those challenges can be overcome. And we talked about all the taxation and how you package up your buy-to-let and manage them. I think the buy-to-let business model is terrific, run properly. Okay, there's lots of issues, but you've just got to work those and build the right portfolio leveraged in the right way. In terms of the opportunities, if I could position the opportunities in the opportunity to build fast, much faster than you ever could, your portfolio using development as part of the strategy. Okay, going out developing, as I said earlier, you could develop in 12-18 months and quite simply return. I say simply, it is hard work and there's risk, but you could return 150,000 profit. Well, that could leverage you 3 buy-to-lets in 18 months. How long would it take you to save 150,000 up to do that? The opportunity has come in literally in the last few weeks, and this is hot off the press. You might not have known this. A lot of people listening to this won't know this. The government just has announced that on the 1st of August this year, there is a huge amount of buildings that can now be converted. On the 1st of August, there's various rules and regulations around it that you need to get educated and understand into residential. So we can take, there are shops and offices that we can take, but light industrial buildings are back on the agenda. They were last year. We can take those and convert them. We can take old bank buildings. We can take gymnasiums, okay? We can take all sorts of buildings, health centers, medical centers, there's a whole range of buildings that you can now take under permitted development rights, okay? And that is a short circuit of the planning system. A lot of them have a process called prior notification, but then the local planning authority can only question you on so many things. The beauty of that is the planning system at the moment is under huge pressure. Some suggest it's broken. I'm not sure it's broken, but it's under huge pressure. So it's very slow and time consuming to get full planning. And you don't get development funding if you haven't got planning permission. Permitted development rights in place, and I wouldn't say it's a slam dunk, but it's almost for certain that you're going to get it with the right advice from the professionals, that the development funding will come alongside that. So as a new landlord coming into this environment, into this development space, okay, you have probably, it's the biggest opportunity I've seen in my lifetime, and probably I'm not going to see it again in my lifetime, okay? This is the biggest encouragement for anyone, but landlords particularly, to get in and be a small-scale property developer, developing between 5 and 20 units, those sort of numbers, okay, where the bigger nationals don't want to play and above where the local builders want to pick up sites. Work in that small-scale development space. That permitted development right change, which is coming in the 1st of August, has now opened the doors, and it makes 2021 a perfect storm, because if you add to that, layer this opportunities up, we have a huge amount of office stock, offices coming to the market because the world is changing how it works. So new old office spaces come to the market and need to be reconfigured or converted to residential. We have a huge amount of retail stock coming to the market, either reconfigured as what the new retail high street is going to be around, or converted into residential and that mix in the high street. So add that abundance of stock, add those new permitted development rights. I talked about money just now. That is where the great opportunities exist in 2021 for landlords coming in and trying to be a small scale property developer.